War is inevitable.
Oh, I tried to jump and I just wasted my ult.
You've made the right choice.
Guy's dirty little secret is he's looking to get on.
Time! Massive come! Experience, what it's like to be a pro.
Oh, there he goes. Now he's inflating our egos, guy. You hear that?
I'm a wizard! Or spacebar for some of us.
Split push! Victory is ours!
Howdy, folks. Welcome to I can't talk today.
69.
Welcome to episode 69. Yep. Yuki's excited.
City?
Yeah. So, obviously, along with me here is my good buddy, Yuki.
Am I really here? Am I really?
Yeah, it depends what matrix we're all living in.
All.
And we got Dirtnap Dan.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
It's Beagle Girl.
What's up, nerds?
And last but not least is the mighty mid laner himself. It's our buddy Guy.
What's up, everybody?
So proudly sticking with his intro over all these episodes, Guy. I'm proud of you. Even when Beagle tried to steal it from you.
Who needs intros?
Remember she tried to steal my...
I did not. It's called talking.
Wow. She's
You
so
find your own words.
That's
Common
copyright.
English words, Guy.
That's copyright.
Your face is copyright.
Yeah, for the word beautiful.
Oh.
Got her.
Why
Thanks.
don't you...
Appreciate it.
Oh,
I'm
my.
I'm proud of you, Dan.
We got a special guest that will be joining us here also shortly, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But first, we have a big announcement. Well, this is a big announcement for me. It's probably pretty big for you guys because I'm the host of this show and it has to deal with me.
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10? Yeah, that's pretty damn
subscribe.
good. I'm
Wouldn't
proud of
subscribe.
that. 3. Up to 3, man. High five. But anyway, due to a change of life circumstances and thoughts and feelings and whatnot, Dirtnap's dad is hanging up his Smite cleats. So, yeah, it just kind of is what it is. I really love the core of the game, but over the last year, it's kind of been drifting for me thematically, and yeah, it's just how it goes with games sometimes. You just drift off from them, and that's what I've slowly been doing. The whole switch to PC was, while fun and interesting at times, was still, I don't feel like putting another 3 years in to get to back where I was, and there we go. And of course, now, let me also caveat in here that I made this decision, how many days before PS4 announced crossplay?
Like a week?
Yeah, I was like, that's so damn funny. But still doesn't affect it. So, is this a full-on quit? For now? Yes. Forever? I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But obviously, it would be hard for me to host a Smite podcast if I'm not playing the game. So, I'm going to turn the reins over to one of these yahoos. I don't know. Who do you think I should give it to? Beagle?
No.
Dan? Guy? Yuki? What do you think?
Who should you give?
Ryu
what now to?
Hoste Yuki, dude.
I mean, I don't care. It's
I don't
really
know.
it's really gonna be who talks the most, and without you here, that'd probably be me.
Yeah,
See?
definitely Yuki.
I told
ramble
Beagle she should have
sometimes.
the job. All you got to do is do the
No.
intro and do the outro.
That'd be 3 times her normal recording time.
Jeez.
Oof, Beagle's track's a little heavy this week.
She also said hello and goodbye.
Oh, shit.
You guys are nerds.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of good times with the game, and I've had a lot of good times doing this podcast, and I'm so super thankful for everything up until this point, and it's nothing against any of y'all or anything like that. It was just, where I happen to be at this point in life. But, the skills that I've acquired, just doing all this podcast stuff, learning how to edit and videos and and audios and all that stuff. So, I'm really appreciative of everything, but in the end, it's just time that the ship's picking up anchor from this port and sailing on to the next port. So,
Catch
Classic
him on
WoW.
Classic WoW.
Yes.
God.
Classic WoW has sucked me in for a little bit. Thanks to a special friend out there that, shot over a game card for me and said, "Hey, I want you to play." I'm like, "Well, no, okay, I will." And,
79 hours of straight play later.
yeah, about. I started off with a rogue because I was, all thinking battlegrounds, but I'm like, oh, battlegrounds aren't coming out till a little bit later. All right, so I switched over to a warlock, going the demonology route because I like tanking as someone that shouldn't really be tanking, and have fun with that. So that's what we're doing with that, and it's been a lot of fun. Still playing some Civ 6, but that's kind of just like a side game that I do in between things. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I got to say about it, though. Guy's glad to get rid of me.
Oh, God. So it's about time. I've been waiting,
He's been
At
waiting
least a
for that
dozen
old man to
episodes or
break
so.
a hip for weeks.
Yeah. I heard him
Not true,
secretly
not true.
talking to it with Dan one night when they thought I was in bed.
He was like,
Damn,
just
we're
get
going to hook
out
him on
now.
WoW Classic and get rid of your dad.
It's such a great ploy.
See,
Insidious.
this was all planned, and Yuri was even hired.
Right.
So-
Oh, we were
he
to
was-
talk about that.
He was a facilitator.
Guys, plausible deniability, all right?
Mhm.
Wait, I
See
didn't
how
say
the
any
plan
names.
comes out?
I meant to say Yuki. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, so we're laying the blame on Yuri. I got you.
Oh wait, yeah.
I like
we'll just
that.
blame him. Duh.
We can blame it on American, like a homewrecker
Right, we're not-
scenario.
Yeah.
We're not saying no names of who bought him a World of Warcraft
Wait.
card,
Okay.
Yuri.
Merkin has had so many bad things happen to him recently. I feel like if we just blame him, he'll be fine, right?
Yeah, he won't
Damn,
notice.
right.
Also,
Poor,
He won't know the
poor
difference.
American.
Shout out
also,
to Steve
everyone
Buck.
saying loves American. He's had it rough
Right.
recently.
He definitely
needs some of that Smite brotherly love.
positive vibes.
Oh yeah.
And dude, make sure you pass some brotherly love along to everybody. Hey, parting with Dirtnap's dad wisdom is, just do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and don't get so hyped up when you hear about these idiots because idiots are far and few in between. And most of us are just good people that want to live good lives. So do
I
the
thought
right
you was
thing.
talking about us for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like, hey.
Nah, not talking about these dingbats.
Wow. Rude.
I proudly wear my dingbat t-shirt. Okay, so I am a dingbat. If I had one, I would at least. That would be cool.
All right, somebody send him a dingbat T-shirt.
Wait, so if it's supposed to be a T-shirt of a dingbat, it has to be the bat voiced by Robin Williams and Fern Gully.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta be the bat. It's gotta be that bat.
Yeah.
That would definitely be a dingbat.
All right, I'm down.
All right, well,
All right. Well,
that's all I got. I'm actually going to bow out here for the rest of the episode. We have our guest that came on, and the guys recorded with him the other night here, so didn't want my announcement to be a drain on the guest at all or anything like that, so I wanted to do it as a separate recording. So I'm going to go ahead and bow my way out here. I'm going to throw it over to, I guess, Yuki is our now new host, and Spiegel firmly denied it.
I refuse.
I'm sorry, but these guys gave me no choice. It's Yuki's ball game now, and he'll get our our guest introduced. See, I don't. This job's not for me. I can't talk straight. So,
His words aren't wording anymore, guys.
yep. This is
He's getting
Dirtnap's
old.
dad. Mm-hmm. Signing off. Sayonara.
So, Shotcalls, tell us a little bit about what you're doing and why you're so crazy as to come on Split Push Podcast today.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you guys for having me. My name is Dom, also known as Shotcalls. I'm the general manager for the Obey Community League, which is sponsored by Obey Alliance. And we are a cross-platform competitive league, and it's for amateur level competition. And we're currently open to actually all platforms right now: PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, finally.
Finally.
Yeah, man. Yeah, finally with the newest split, and just in the knack of time too. And Nintendo Switch, of
Right.
course. So, yeah, I mean that's a little bit about my league, and I mean any questions that you guys have, like I'm happy to answer them. But yeah, I'm here to just represent the league and show my excitement and for this new opportunity that we have to help grow the community.
That's awesome. I definitely want to know, how did you end up in cohorts with Obey?
Dude, crazy. I don't even know. Like, no, I mean, it all started like way back in March. I started my own community league. It was relatively small, and we were actually probably the first cross-platform league, because everyone else was kind of thinking about doing it. People were a little unsure, but it was the Allied Smite League, and we had a really good, successful first season of play, and we had PC teams and Xbox One teams compete. Sadly, we couldn't get PS4, but after about a season, I ended up just slowly building my connections around the PC scene. One of my really close friends, one of my best friends, he's actually cousins with Wraithen, and throughout the summer, I kind of just did my own thing, focusing on the league and hanging out with him. His name's Mousy, and also getting to know Wraithen a little bit more. And towards the end of the summer, an opportunity arose for us to grow the community. And Wraithen, who was a part of Trifecta before Trifecta was brought into Obey, he was talking to me, telling me, well, Obey is about to come back into the Smite scene. You have a really good format. There's a bunch of other people in the community who want to form another league, so to speak. And, if we put you with them, like you have a great format that we could use and restructure your league into something bigger than what it already is. And that's where, he brought like this to Shook, the CEO of Obey Alliance. And we just in less than probably a month, man, we ended up hosting a huge tournament. We had over 50 teams participate. We had some SML teams, we had some SCL level teams, and players of all skill levels compete. And shortly after that, I brought a proposal to Shook. I said, "Hey, this is what we're capable of doing. We have a staff that is willing to broadcast sets, to put together a league in a great format that we think will last for a long time." And he was like, "Go for it. You can build the league under Obey." And we made our announcement on the 7th, which was also my birthday, so that was actually pretty cool.
Happy
Um,
birthday. That's
oh
awesome.
yeah, thank you, thank
Right?
you, thank you. Yeah, we made our announcement, and just like a FYI to everyone, in less than a week, like we already have. I want to say we only need 6 more teams to sign up, and we will have a max cap of 54 teams for the
Wow.
league.
Yeesh.
So we're cruising, man, and we're ready to start on Monday, the 16th. So yeah, that's a.
Have you had any? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was about it. Like, yeah, we're ready, man. We're super ready.
So are we, man.
Have
I'm
you
ready to
had
play.
any interest?
We're
Any interest from any PS4 players yet?
so with the announcement from Smite Game, they said that crossplay between PS4s and the other platforms is coming next patch. So, I got a chance to talk with my other admins, and we made the decision, hey, let's open it to PS4. What could be the harm? And I believe like our server, it grew by at least 200 in the past day. And like ever since our
Wow.
announcement, yeah. And I don't know if it's PS4 players or if it's, a plethora of other players from different platforms, but the interest has certainly grown. And, I believe we have a couple of PS4 teams signed up. I don't know what divisions they signed up to play under, but yeah, we do have a bunch of PS4 interest, and we're excited to see PS4 participate in this league.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So you said that.
Dude, we heard that. You should have seen our leader chat just blow up with everybody.
Mhm.
Oh
We
yeah,
don't-
man.
We don't have cross progression yet, but
Yeah.
we're hoping. But it's good that PlayStation's finally in. It's a fairly large player base for.
Oh yeah,
Smite.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and like when I talked to Rathan about it, because Rathan is, probably the primary sponsor for this. He was so gun ho about forming this league from the very beginning. He comes from PS4, and PS4 has a special place in his heart, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know that. So, like, getting PlayStation to join this, like, to join our league is huge, and hopefully we'll continue to build the community and grow it with this new venture of ours. So yeah, it's super exciting, and I'm so happy that cross platform is now fully integrated by next patch. So but yeah.
So you were talking about divisions. How you how you guys splitting up your players?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're excited to offer 3 skill-based regions, right? And the way we have it is, we have a high level region, we have a mid-level region, then a lower level region. And any team is open to you're welcome to sign up based on your team's average skill level, and players are encouraged to play up. If you'd like to play in a higher region, you can, but you can't play down. And so the way we have it set up is the names of the regions are Olympus, which is our Masters Plus region. So Masters level teams can compete in that region. You have Asgard, which is the Platinum to Diamond level of players. And then you have Avalon, which is your Bronze to Gold. And yeah, that's how we have it split up. We're prepared to have, I believe, 18 teams per region. That's the max cap that we have it set to. So, and right now, like, I believe Asgard, we actually just filled up Asgard. So there's 18 teams currently signed up to participate. So Asgard region will be split up into 3 separate divisions that'll compete in a 10-week split. And that's kind of how the format is. So 3 regions, excuse me, I'm discussing. 3 regions, it's a 10-week split. Level of competition, double round robin format. So each team will play each other twice. And then at the end of the split, we're going to have regional tournaments. And that's where everyone from those divisions, from those regions, will be able to compete to say that they're the champion of their region / the league. And so that's what we're super excited for. And, like I said before, man, the amount of teams that have signed up it's craziness, man. It's crazy. We're super excited. Super excited.
Yeah, that
we're
sounds
super
awesome.
excited too. We got a team going in there, and
Yeah,
lower
I believe
level.
I saw Split Push sign up. I'm excited to see you guys
Yeah.
frag. That
Okay, I love your hold on.
We'll
I
pull
love
the-
your enthusiasm, but you forgot the get fragged.
Hey.
get fragged.
No.
Whoa.
He still has it right, Dan. We pull the pin and throw, whether it lands on us or them. Someone's getting fragged.
Yeah,
Exactly. See that's a good way to look at it. Either way, someone's getting fragged. So I'm excited, dude. Like like I said, man, the amount of support and the amount of people from the many communities that are within this community that we love called the Smite community. It's crazy how everyone is just showing up, and it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a fun ride for the next few months. It's gonna be a really fun ride.
Oh yeah.
I found a lot
Yeah,
of
I've seen
really
a lot
cool
of team-
people through these leagues. So it's a really cool place to be if you're looking to improve. Go ahead, Guy. I heard you were going to say something.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, that's all I had.
What are we,
Jesus,
Canadian
you
now?
guys.
Jeez.
Right. I forgot what I was even going to say, to be honest.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Guys,
the
old
worst.
man brain.
We talk to people for fun, I guess, and wow, we just can't even remember what we're
Right.
thinking. All right.
Sometimes, it happens that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm really excited to play in the league. I'm
I
excited.
think this makes
Oh,
you
yeah.
one of the bigger leagues now, doesn't it?
It's crazy, man. I haven't even thought about that. Like what, and like to completely honest, like there's so many competitions, right? You have like on the Xbox side of things, you have the XCL, the Xbox Community League. You have Smite Prime. You have Exilium. You have the SLL, and I can't name them all, right?
Yeah.
But all these leagues, we the overarching goal is we just want to grow the community, and I think like now, just like with how things have turned out, we are one of the bigger leagues right now. But yeah, we're big or small, we're gonna get our job accomplished, right? And that's to provide a platform for people to just compete at the level they wish to compete at, and experience what it's like to be a pro. Maybe.
Wait.
So
if I can,
maybe.
hold on.
I can't help it. I experience what it's like to be a pro. Yeah, the enemy team trolled and intentionally feeds.
Oh,
Oh,
no, well, ooh, low blow.
That's
Okay, so
that's
I was talking more about earning prizing like gems, and then like also being broadcasted. But if you want to see some teams troll, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have our fair share of those. Just kidding. No.
I'm not 100% what was going on with that whole thing. By the way, just so everyone out there knows, I just couldn't help myself. I just say inappropriate things.
That's fine. No, it was a mess. Like
that
just
was a
from what
mess
you
from
see.
what I saw of it.
Yeah.
I read the
I
bare
stayed out
bones
of
and I was
it.
like, I'm out of here.
Drama.
Yep.
Not
Yeah,
involving us. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally ignored it. Like you hear everybody like talking about the drama that happens, but like it's sad to see. But as long as we all come together and like see positivity in things, I think we'll prevail as a whole. So
Oh yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at the amount of people that are interested in your league? There's a lot of people.
I, me personally, yeah, I would say I was surprised. Like when I looked at the potential, right? I saw, when Rathan first brought this to me, and when we put together our admin team, I saw a lot of potential in this league, this community as a whole. But never in a million years would I have expected so many people to just carry a torch and like push for something like this, like, and when we first announced it, like there were so many people who wanted to sign up, so many people excited, and like overall, man, like it's humbling, it's extremely humbling to see how many people want to compete and want to see something that is made for the community succeed, right? Like when I brought my admins together, I said, I want us to build a community, a league that is for the community, by the community, that Abe Lincoln Gettysburg Address type deal. No, but I mean, but that's what this is, right? Everybody on my staff, we're all from different facets of the community. Some of us represent PC, some of us represent console. A lot of us have experience running leagues. A lot of us, we're casters. We've casted for other leagues, or we've played. Like me, I was a player, and then I was a captain, and then after that, I went into becoming an admin, for volunteer admin for different leagues, and overall, the primary like goal of this is we just want to see everyone succeed, and that's what everyone in this community is doing, and that's really exciting for us. It's humbling, and it's super like heartwarming to see the community come together over something like this, and something that's bigger than all of us. That's what's amazing here.
Yeah, I agree, man.
We like the community. That's why we're still here.
That's good. I'm glad you're still here.
Also, while I'm doing some technical stuff in the background, I don't know what's going on in York Haven, Pennsylvania.
Me neither.
Do any of us live there?
No.
I live in Virginia.
I mean, we live.
Top cities, York
Yeah.
Haven, Pennsylvania, for our stats.
Oh, okay. Good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So what's next here? Are we going into session of progression? What are we thinking?
We can do our games.
Oh, okay.
I like games. We can talk about what Gab Paper Scissors did to us.
Or we could not,
Yeah. I was kind of thinking I would skip over that and talk about the 3 casuals where I went super positive and skip over the part where I lost.
Right.
Right?
We had some good casual games.
No, okay. To be fair, Get Paper Scissors played really well. We both played really well.
They did.
They just beat us fair and square. It was a really good
It
game.
was Dan's famous last words. Don't worry, boys. I'm picking Cupid. I'll frag out.
Hey, come on.
Right?
It was one time, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, Beagle and Dan, I'm like, you guys have to come play at least one ranked joust with us. They're like, it's always going to be try hard with janky comps. And I'm like, we got this. I'm like, I'm gonna pick up our brain not working. Aphrodite. We're gonna get. Yeah, they had a janky comp because they had what, Nox, Kumba, and Kern.
No,
Nox,
Nox,
Hui.
Hui, yeah.
Oh yeah. So Dan would go in. Dan was getting big, so I just hit that ult and let him just keep going. Like I wasn't trying to save him. I'm like, let's get you back in the fight. DCC you, immune the damage. You kept walking at him.
Yeah, I went 11-1. That was probably
I
one
mean,
of
I
my
went
better
2-0
ranked
and
jousts.
11, but I was a tank.
That was
It was a lot
definitely
of fun.
probably one of my better ranked jousts.
Maybe I can convince him to do it a little more often.
Don't hurt
They're
yourself.
like, I don't know about
Don't hurt yourself.
that.
Right.
Yeah, no, we played a couple of different game modes. We did that. We played some. Usually, when we have a smaller team, we play Assault, which is always interesting
Yeah,
with randoms.
interesting.
Let's go to
Interesting. I do
interesting.
see some shit in Assault. I'm not gonna lie. Including Merkin
Assault's
remembering
fun, huh?
his alt is on spacebar. Never. Merkin was trying
Oh
out
my
PC,
God.
and he's like, I'm going to move my alt to spacebar so it's easy to hit. And, like, every
How many
minute off
times?
cooldown, it was, I tried to jump and I just wasted my alt.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, you deserve it. Like, you deserve that.
Who was he playing? I
Kukulane,
forget.
he was playing our tank with the big CC alt.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, there goes that again. Oh,
I actually have
poor
my alt
Merkin.
set to spacebar. That's actually kind of funny.
I mean, we play a bunch of we play a bunch of WoW right now, and spacebar is obviously jump, and we play classics, so there's a lot of just running, and the only thing entertaining to do is jump up and down the whole way. So Merkin's got this jumping encoded in his brain. Same with Smite on PC, and then he tries to switch his alt to it out of nowhere. It was hilarious. The poor guy.
Yeah, I have jump disabled.
Dude,
Because a
you just
long
have some
while
fun.
ago, I realized that accidentally pushing down on an analog stick would cause you to jump while you were using a channeled ability. And I noticed this on Kepri. So you would root and grab, then accidentally push down on the analog, and Kepri jumps, and it breaks the CC early.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
turned that shit
rough.
off.
You know, if you jump before you cast an ability, it doesn't cast it. Or
You can like
Yeah.
glitch the animation,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yep,
yeah.
turn that shit off.
Okay, so my reason to wanted to play Cupid in that game was I played a Conquest as Cupid, and I went 10-1-6, and I was literally just running at everything, and I was unstoppable, and I'm like, I'm going to play Cupid tonight.
Dan, you didn't have the skin. That's why.
I'm going to play Cupid tonight.
I told you to play Cupid and use the new Cupid skin. So you did.
Yeah.
And then you didn't have the Cupid skin in that game, so you lost.
Yeah, I should have just used the
Sure.
skin.
Skins matter.
It's alright, It's okay. And then I played a game as Kerninos with everybody. Beagle was even there still. I went
Uh-huh.
16, 2, and 4. Okay. Sorry,
I went
guys.
4, 4, and 10.
I didn't mean to hurt you that bad. And then I played another game as Uller, and I went 10, 4, and 10. So my last 3 games, super positive. I'm like, I like that. How about you, Guy? How you been doing?
Come on, man. I don't know. I haven't really been playing too much Smite. I don't really talk about my games of the week.
Oh,
Let
come
you
on.
guys do this
Come
part.
All right.
I haven't really played
right.
that much, have I?
You
I'm a
two,
lot of
you guys
WoW
are all
Classic.
too busy on WoW.
Hey, don't you dare.
Damn.
Don't you
Yikes.
I
dare.
mean,
I'm still
not gonna
very
lie.
confident in my Smite skill.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
Dan's gotten a little more consistent not playing Smite 24/7. So
Yeah.
whatever it
Honest
takes.
to God. I got way better when I stopped just throwing myself against a wall.
Yeah. I'm waiting for my distraction game to get released, and then I'll be joining them in that same thing.
We'll all be sitting in the voice chat cursing about different games. It'll be fine. It'll be the same
Right.
as usual.
No, I'm pretty much over Classic at this point in time. I'm getting back into Smite, so
At least someone.
Guy's about to hit retail. Don't tell him, but he's about to hit retail.
You're going to hit
No,
retail.
I'm not playing retail at all, guaranteed.
He knows that as soon as he opens
Guaranteed.
retail, he's going to open that shop and he's going to say, oh shit, look at this cute little puppy or whatever the fuck is offered this month. And he's going to buy
Right,
it.
I
And
should-
then he's going to buy the mount. And then he's going to buy this.
Oh, there are some bad. Did you see that? There's like an alabaster mouse. They're like statues.
Guy, don't talk about it. You're going to want it.
Telling you, they look fucking
They
dope.
do, but don't do it, Guy. It's okay.
No, I'm not.
Remember, PS4 is coming back. You can use all your money on Smite again.
Yeah, my strike, my Smite gem buying strike is over.
There you go, buddy. That's awesome.
I mean, you still don't get,
weren't
you
gonna
still don't get your
invest-
stuff.
Yeah, but he could play on PS4 then.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he plays on console
right.
anyway, so he's just going to switch back to his PlayStation. So he
Yeah.
has his stuff.
Guy's dirty little secret is he's looking to get onto the mouse and board.
Yeah, somebody just got them a brand new, nice Naga Trinity mouse.
Oh, that's so nice.
Ooh, dude,
Dude, it is so nice.
mouse
Yeah.
and keyboard is it's an entirely different world. You know,
It's a transition. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, dude. When I switched to M&K, like, I hated it for the first day, but then I just realized how much fun it is, like, to just outplay people and just like it's so much more smooth. Like, I don't know how
Yes.
to describe it. It's just it's amazing.
It is. But here's the question: how many years have you played on? Did you play on a controller before a keyboard?
For ever since the end of season 3, and I started on Xbox. So
So-
the transition was definitely rough, but like you know,
'Cause-
I've always looked for ways to improve. Like
Oh, yeah.
I played on Challenger for like a year and a half, then I switched to Savage mode, and then I got an Elite controller and I bound.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah. So
Paddles.
exactly, and I bound some of my abilities to different paddles, and then, you know, when because I actually played Smite on my laptop first, but then but my friend played on Xbox, and he taught me how to play on Xbox. So going back to mouse and keyboard, it kind of sucked, but after just like playing in ranked and like getting to diamond, I was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, if I can get to like diamond, like, and like masters on Xbox, then I can surely do it here. It's just, you know, making sure I don't miss big circular ultimates with by hitting spacebar. So
right. Don't hit that space bar, bro. Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Guy have decades of controller use over keyboard to have
Yeah.
to physically beat out of ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, your controller players, your mechanics are like somewhat better because like it's easier on mouse and keyboard. So if you can have really good mechanics on a controller and still frag on people that are using the easier operating system, then you're doing pretty good for yourself. Like,
Yeah, for real.
Oh, there he goes. Now he's inflating our egos, guys. You hear that?
hey, did you see Wolves? Like, did you see that triple kill that Wolves got? I mean, it was an SCL game, but imagine, dude, like Wolves was doing well at
Yeah.
at LAN.
Paul
Like,
from PC,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
like
former guest. Yeah, he was on Xbox.
yeah, like
That's
so
right.
yeah. See, being master races and everything, you know, sometimes like using a controller is the superior race.
Right.
Yeah, it all depends on the person, man. Honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Your style is your style.
Exactly.
Me, I can't go without the mouse and keyboard now that I started.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm actually gonna have to this weekend. I'm playing in a PS4
Uh-huh.
assault tournament, and I'm going to suck. I am
Dude,
going
last
to
time-
suck. Like wood 5 suck, not bronze 5, not like copper 5. Literal wood 5 suck, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Dude, like way before I got my computer, after I've been playing with you guys on Dad's computer for however long, I played like one assault game, on my PS4, and it just happened to be like a 40-minute long assault. And it was so painful because I was playing a hunter. I couldn't hit anything.
I think
honestly, I'm just surprised nobody was BMing me the whole time because I was doing that bad.
VRVEX, VERVEX, or VVX. Whoops.
I think the funniest part for me is going when I played a bot match on PlayStation the other day for shits and giggles, and it's like this game and me are moving in slow motion.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like going back to console. It feels like everything's in slow motion.
Yeah. I'll be cranking my sensitivity up before the tournament.
Yeah, same. Yeah, definitely.
Right,
I'm scared of that.
Move on to our Session O progression.
Oh, Session O progression on Awilix this week.
Yeah, we're doing Awilix because Awilix is a thing that happens.
We all know Suku's the real god. Let's talk about it. Suku's the best. He's a pretty tiger.
It's no Calder, okay? It's no Calder.
It's no Calder.
Oh.
True.
Oh,
All
Calder.
right.
Now, if it was, I would never let an Awilix into my game. I would only play ranked, and I would only ban Awilix ever.
Right. All right. So our lore here for Awilix. Awilix is. He says was, and I'm not going to go with that because we'll just assume that somebody somewhere is keeping mythology alive. So Awilix is a goddess or possibly a god from the post-classic Mayan era. So that's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, just before discovering where's my post-classic? Yeah, so 900 to 15. So that's a good bit. It's a couple, like 300-400 years before Europeans, quotey fingers, discovered this. So before they met, the European conquerors and such, which would be the Spanish. So been around for a while. Mostly tied to the Quiche Mayan civilization, whose large kingdom was in the highlands of Guatemala, and she's the patron deity of these are fun words, cause good lord, Najaib noble lineage, at the Quiche capital, Comarca? Whoa. That'd probably be, probably Comarca. If anyone actually knows how to say this, my bad. Their words are fantastically crazy to try and read. And she had a large temple in the city. Awilix is the moon goddess, the goddess of night, and it's really just awkward. She also, is associated with death and panthers. But there's a lot of back and forth mythology. So either through the transitions, because a lot of our Mayan gods and goddesses in the different periods were represented differently, and she's not the only example we have of sometimes she's referred to as a male or a female. That either has to do with what period and what Mayan civilization was in charge and what they thought, or maybe the gender representation is just more fluid in their mythology. So, pretty crazy. And obviously she has her cat, Suku, which she's depicted with quite often, or more commonly is depicted as half panther and half human form, like a lot of what you'd see in the Egyptian mythology. And yeah, she's also associated with the Mesoamerican ball game. For those of you who watched El Dorado, that would be the game they play with the hoop on the wall and they kick the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah. Kick the little armadillo around. Animal abuse, I remember.
Animal abuse, definitely. Not wrong. God. So she is one of the three primary deities in her time, along with Tohil and Jakowitz. And there are a lot of times the Trinity was referred to just simply as Tohil, as he was the most important of the three. There's other origins as well for the name. It has been suggested that Awilix derives from a slightly different version in an older language, because them words for Mayan mythology. So, again, really old, been around a long time. We got some really good artwork out and about for her. So, if you're interested, look her up. Mayan mythology is pretty crazy. It's lots of fun because they got some definitely different stories, because a lot of our European stories kind of mix and intermingle over the centuries. So, look it up if you're interested.
All right. We can start on her abilities here now.
Yeah.
Her passive is called Initiative. If Awilix strikes first from out of combat, she increases her physical power for a short duration. That physical power increases 30% for 2.5 seconds. Her first ability is Summon Suku. Awilix mounts her Panther Suku, gaining movement speed but decreasing her strafing speed. Awilix may leap off Suku to deal damage to all enemies in the target area. Canceling this ability before leaping will not trigger its cooldown. Canceling it does not refund its mana cost, and it will activate on ability cast effects even if cancelled. The damage is 80 to 280 plus 80% of your physical power. The movement speed is 25%. The strafe penalty is 30%. The range is 55 on the leap. Cooldown is 15 seconds, and it costs 50 to 70 mana. Her second ability is Feather Step. Awilix flips over the last enemy she hit within 1.5 seconds, rooting, crippling, and dealing damage as she passes over them. The damage dealt is modified based on the next attack in Awilix's basic attack progression. If the next attack is her third attack, then she also hits all targets in the area around her. This makes Awilix untargetable for a brief moment while in the air. She flips a lot of damage. That's her whole game plan. It deals 60 to 270 plus 75% of your physical power damage with the second attack from the progression, and 80 to 360 with the third plus 100% of your physical power. The root and cripple duration is 6 seconds. The range is 30. It is leap. And the cooldown is 8 seconds. The cost is 60 to 80 mana. Her third ability is Moonlight Charge. Suku comes to Awilix's aid, rushing forward and damaging all enemies. If hit from the side or behind, enemies are also knocked up into the air. The damage is 90 to 250 plus 70% of your physical power. The range is 70 units. The cooldown is 12 seconds. And the cost is 60 to 80 mana. Awilix's ultimate is Gravity Surge. Awilix calls upon the power of the moon, immediately pulling to her the closest enemy god she is facing that is either leaping or knocked up into the air. The target god takes damage when they land. Awilix is then bathed in moonlight, gaining bonus attack speed and physical power, along with protection from roots, slows, and knockbacks for 6 seconds. It can pull targets through walls. The damage is 200 to 400 plus 80% of your physical power. The attack speed buff is 30, scaling to 70%. The physical power is 20 to 60, scaling. The range is 75 units. The cooldown is 90, scaling to 70, and it costs 100 mana. Wow, she has a lot of stuff.
Yeah, more than you thought.
I'm almost out of breath.
Was her passive percentage increase more than you thought it was?
Yeah, that's rough. That hurts.
That's a lot.
Good lord.
That's a lot of free damage.
That is a lot of free damage. Oof.
So, Shotcalls, as our resident aficionado of Awilix and Suku, how do you like to level her abilities? What's your path here?
Yeah, so I mean, if you're playing her in her most desired role, which is the jungle, I like to level her up 2, 3, 1 with her ult and first priority. And the reason being, the 2 is obviously the one of the best, like 1v1 jungle camp clear, like what it's essentially her best ability aside from Gravity Surge. I love that ultimate, man.
Yeah.
that just being able to like pull people away and just go psych, like just say psych to them when they're trying to run away from you, like when they're trying to leap away or they're knocked up. It's the best feeling, like to using that ult. But yeah, 2, 3, 1, her ult in first priority. The ultimate is by far another one of the best abilities. You can split push with her, getting that extra attack speed and that penetration, effectively, like just getting rid of a tower at mid to late game in seconds. Like, so that's how I like to level her up. And I think that's the best way to level her up, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, typically that her too, the feather step, man, is such a. There's so many times, like when you play against her, you know she has it. If you've been playing a while, you know she can avoid damage and CC when she's doing the backflip. But man, it'll get you sometimes, and you do to people. There's just sad faces all around when that ability goes off, and 2 ults go flying by.
Oh yeah, dude. One of my one of my absolute best plays that I think I've ever made was I was playing it was actually in comp, and I was playing against the jungle mid combo that I played against was a Scylla and a Bakasura, right? And I remember blinking in and effectively soloing the Baka, but like he had ulted me and I had to like beads Aegis so I could get rid of the cripple. And the Scylla tried to ult me, and right as I killed the Baka, I feather stepped, and I had, mind you, I had like probably 200 to 300 health. So if she had hit me before I killed the Baka, I would have been dead. I feather stepped her ultimate just in the knack of time, and my solo laner was playing Kakalin. He leaped in, and as soon as her ult was finished, he knocked her up, and I got a chance to ult her. And I was so lit that entire time. I was like freaking out, and then I died because I was like freaking out because minions do a lot of damage.
Because minions.
Yeah,
I knew it.
yeah, because minions do a ton of damage, and my friends called me a bot and told me I was kick dropped from the team. So
That's great.
Sometimes it's more fun to be a bot.
yeah.
So what do you like? What do you like for items on her? How do you like to build her?
Well, the normal path that I've always taken with her is going always like ability. She's ability based, right? So going going for your warrior tabi and going into like a crusher, get that extra attack speed to help out with her passive is always good. And I mean, there's a number of paths, but probably one of the best builds you can get with her nowadays, especially if you're snowballing, is getting away with going warrior tabi, crusher, going into a transcendence, getting a Hydra's Lament so you can get that auto attack cancel. And how many items is that? That's already 4 items, so you need 2 more. Typically, if I'm playing pretty well, I'll go into a shifters, get the bonus passive from that, giving me extra power and defense. Because Awilix, one of the problems with Awilix is she falls off hard late game. She's really good from ahead, so getting shifter shield is always good, and then always going for a robe is always good. So I typically like my fair share of like my Magi's or even my spirit robes. But lately, like I don't know if anyone's noticed this, people have been going for like an auto attack base build from her, and
I've seen that a lot.
yeah, people have been going for the warrior tabi or ninja tabi since they increase the attack speed. You go for stone cutting or crusher first for your first offensive item. And then you'll go into stone cutting or crusher for your third item, and then people are going into Ikavol because the like Oleron is nasty nowadays, but he's easily isolated by her, so lowering his attack speed with that Ikavol, getting like Executioner as well, and or Chins, which Chins, like even though people meme and say Chins is like say it's bad on her, it's actually really good on her, but that's another auto attack build that people usually go for with her. So I mean, but I tend to prefer the bursty, ability based build with the transcendence and the hydras and
Right. Hydra's is good on her. She can
Yeah.
proc it on all 4 of her abilities.
It's super fun. It's a
And
super fun ability.
it's just such a heavy hit. If she gets that passive and then Hydra procs you, and then flips you, and then Hydra procs you, you're probably dead.
Oh yeah, 9 times out of 10, if an Awilix engages on you, you're already like, you might as well start like packing your bags and go into the item store by the time an Awilix like engages on you. Like that's always the best path, and the most advisable path. But
Yeah.
but if you're smart, like and you're brave and want to like big brain people, you'll like turn around before she can knock you up over the feather step, and But yeah, Awilix, if she engages on you, there's a 99% chance you're not gonna get out alive, unless you have beads. So
Right.
Yeah. And even then, it might be rough because she might just jump on Suku and run your ass down.
oh yeah, for sure, 100%, 100%.
So, how do you deal, like if you got a Awilix on the enemy team in the jungle? How do you deal with her?
Stare at her
What's a
the
good
entire
strategy
game.
to
Stare
deal
at
with
her
her
in
kid?
the eyes.
Run. No, I mean, so one of the craziest things, and you can say this for almost any god in the jungle, to be fair, is having gods with with a lot of like hard CC, and I know that you can say that for practically almost any jungler that has a potential to snowball, but having gods with pretty decent amounts of CC, especially coming out of your mid and your dual lane, your damage dealers, and also definitely not getting a leap, like
Yeah.
or an ability that is considered a leap. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're playing a god like with a dash,
Please don't play Neath into Awilix.
dude, I'm telling the amount of people I've seen that will prioritize a Neath into an Awilix, it's actually astounding, and you see it in ranked too. Like I don't know if it's because people are like masochists and they like to try and outplay an Awilix and like to bait them, but man, the amount of people who will pick a Scylla or an Izanami or a Hades or a Neath or a Horus into an Awilix is actually it's dumbfounding. It's like wow. Like I don't know how you guys can like I don't know. I don't know how people think nowadays, but hey, some people
Sometimes in the higher ranks, you still see things that make you go, "How did you get here?"
yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, when you get into a higher level of play, people just don't care. They're like, I'll play whatever I want. I don't care if you get, Thor, Isis, and Scotty. I'm gonna play what I'm gonna play Cupid. Like,
Right.
and so
Hmm.
like
That's
you'll
damn
see
right.
Dan knows all about that one.
Yep. Exactly what I did. No.
that's funny.
Yeah, having someone who can CC her, because she has no CC immunity in her kit.
Mm-hmm.
Cripples
sure.
are annoying as hell. Ardio.
Yes.
Yep. Ardio's a good counter pick.
I
Mhm.
played
Geb's
Awilix
good.
jungle 3 times recently, and all 3 times it was against
Mhm.
an Ardio.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just
Ooh.
casuals and I couldn't counterpick. Yay.
Rip.
Yeah, the best advice that I can honestly give to any player whenever you're playing against an Awilix is one, don't let Awilix have the opportunity to get ahead, right? Because by the time an Awilix gets ahead, there's like already a high chance that your team is already going to lose because like yeah, her snowball potential is crazy, as are like other junglers, but like Awilix has some of the best snowball potential. Now, if you play a lot of like if you're playing in like let's say scrims, right, comp level competition, and you're pretty high level team and you're the type of team that plays at the SPL, like and I don't mean level, what's the pace of the game where it's like you farm until mid game, like an Awilix is not going to thrive, right? Because if your jungler is the same level as an Awilix, like she either has to get the first kill or she gets killed,
Mhm.
But if you're playing this slow game where your team comp is super safe, you're not letting the Awilix get away with anything, like invades or tiny engagements, and you're playing super smart, like that's another way to beat out an Awilix. Because, like as I said before, she does fall off late game, and an Awilix in the late game versus, let's say, who's a really good jungle late game, like well, Erlong is about to die
Yeah, I
next
was
Yeah.
gonna
next
say
patch.
Erlong, and then I'm like,
Let's
no.
not talk about it, alright?
Let's say an Ao Kuang late game, right? That like where Ao Kuang just basically hits 4 or spacebar for some of us, and executes. Yeah, like she's not gonna do anything, but yeah, like pretty much playing
Yeah.
safe and not letting an Awilix kill you like in the first 3 minutes of the game is the best way to do it. Because yeah.
Yeah. One of the reasons she's such a good early game character has a lot to do with that passive.
Mm-hmm.
Like 30% early before anybody has defenses,
Mm-hmm.
right after she gets an item online.
Mm-hmm.
It's 30% early is a lot.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
for sure, 100%. Yeah, and the consequences for that can be kind of that can be astonishing to say the least. But she does fall off late, so like if your team is like griping about how Awilix is going 7-0, you can only say, we got late game, guys. We have late game. We got this. We got this 100%.
We have any other assassin.
Yeah, exactly. We have. I can't say Erlong because, dude, they hurt Erlong. They just destroyed that god. It's so depressing thinking about it now.
I'm
Yeah.
sad for the old chap. He had his good
Uh,
run, though. I can say that.
You know, it's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, dude. It's craziness. It's chaos. Chaos.
That when he had that 2% or 3%.
Oh my god, that was the
AA
worst.
on
Oh
the
my
health
god,
percentage.
Yuki definitely was the worst for Yuki. Yuki was our solo laner at that point in time. He was. Oh.
Yep.
He would literally, like, at that point, Erlong level 1 would just mink in under tower and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was solo lane. And it was like...
Yep. And that's when I
Okay.
learned to play Erlong.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's when Yuki was like, can't beat him, join him.
Hey, that's how.
Hey, I don't want to talk about that. I've said that 3 times in my Smite career. One of them was Erlong, and one of them, unfortunately, was I remember when Loki was the solo laner to have,
Mm-hmm.
and I got so sick of seeing it. I just like, fuck it, I'm playing this, and everyone's like, "Did we just hear that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you did." And then I just crushed. I'm like, "All right, see, it proves I never play Loki. Did just fine. This is stupid."
Right.
Nuts.
Yeah, I've had the unfortunate circumstance where I've played Loki a couple times recently, and sadly, I did pretty well.
I have not played Loki
I
since
kind of
like,
want to
I
look for my last
started.
Loki game because I feel like it was like a banger too, like one of those almost 20 kills or 20 kill games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He kind of made a slight comeback here lately.
Don't let him. Just don't.
Yeah, anytime a Loki gets back into the game, it's actually, you know, it's funny. I was actually playing some casuals last night, and and I was playing with this new person that I met, and like I was like, hey, pick my jungler for me, because I was getting bored at that time. Not like I was just like, because I played almost every single god you can in the jungle. And he was like, play Loki. I was like, oh man.
That was the last time you ever played with him, right?
Yeah, yeah, and so no, I had a bunch of fun, but I felt dirty, man. Like I was doing things to this enemy team, and I was being a complete like jerk about it too. Like I'll be sitting at a quarter health, and there's a Hunbats after me, and Hunbats is probably one of the like best counter matchups into a Loki, because if he tries to jump on you, you just ult him, right? This Hunbats had no clue, man. I had him. I literally would just like just to mess around with him. I would just go invis and activate my 3, and you just see a fear no evil in the distant background go off, and I'm like, I was like, oh, poor guy, you're about to die now. Goodbye. But
Oh.
yeah,
you know things are bad when a Loki can win a world championship.
yeah, that Meerkat, when that happened, I was like, now how many more trolls am I gonna see in my games thinking they can pull off a Loki mid? And
Right.
just because
Meerkat was
Meerkat,
really good.
just because Meerkat did it, and people did not fail to
If
to
he
impress.
did it, that means it's good.
Exactly. Oh, don't you love it when people do that? They just go,
Yeah.
huh? So this guy just won a championship off of that. I'm gonna do it now too. Like,
It's like,
Like a lot of the times, we just don't have the big brains to do what they're doing because they have a reason to do what they're doing.
exactly.
yeah, it's interesting when you get characters that are really good in SPL, and other places is just kind of like meh,
Mm-hmm.
because of the difference in player skill and team coordination and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say you can't be good on it, but there's just some characters. Awilix is another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like Awilix with the right team comp around her and the communication will be an unstoppable force.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Like get a Vulcan Geb Awilix on a team comp,
Mm-hmm.
and just it's just rough.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was going to say about Awilix. She pairs with a lot of gods really well.
Oh yeah. Especially Horus now. Dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You
Imagine-
thought
hold on.
you hated that god? Like, just imagine someone picking up a Horus, like, okay, we're good, we have Horus, and then someone just fourth or last picking a Awilix because they're like, you know what? I just want to be a jerk to you, and I want to, I just want to mess around with you the entire game.
I just want to ruin your
life.
life. I just want to
Exactly.
ruin your life right now.
Exactly. That's when it becomes a problem, right? That's when people are like, all right, buddy, yeah, we need to tone it down just a tad here, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, she does have a disadvantage with her ult. It's interesting because the pull on the ult takes so long
Mm-hmm.
between whatever's knocking you up and your ult that Beads is when it's up, Beads is really good at countering it where you don't take any damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. That,
Yeah, 'cause
yeah,
Her
and
pull takes a long time.
oh yeah, You know what was crazy? When Splice started pulling out Jormungandr, and you would see Scream just pull out the Awilix just so Aurora could knock. Like, dude, that combo is just as annoying, right? Because, you know, you have a god who can go essentially invis, and then he just has that scare factor. And so, like, late game, when you can just knock someone up into that Awilix ult, because nobody knows where Yorm is unless, you know, you're just spamming all your abilities in one area hoping to catch him. Like, you can just isolate your enemy, like,
Right.
relatively well.
We played a game against Dallas Asylum one time, and they picked Jormungandr Awilix, and it was the worst.
It was
of
rough.
my mid lane life. It was the worst.
Yeah, that guy was not a happy camper.
I could not leave my lane. Anytime I left my lane, Jormungandr was like in this, right fucking there every time.
Dude.
Oh.
That's toxic, yeah. When a team can get away with an Awilix, like, it's not fun. It's not fun for anybody at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think I know what we need to do here. I think I know the magic comp.
Jingwei, Horus, Hebo, and
No. Check this out.
and Awilix.
So, Hebo mid, right?
Yep.
We'll put Yorm on Merkin in solo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of Hercules.
All right. Then we're gonna take we'll take the Awilix in the jungle. We'll take Kernanos because of his big AoE CC, right? Gotta have a little bit of that, and not support. Just to be really annoying. We'll get a shitload of really annoying people to fight.
The Nox would have to sit on the squishies the entire game.
But it'd be hilarious.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, Nox would have to sit on our backline.
Yeah.
Like, sit on it.
Now,
like,
ideally,
hatch it like an egg.
Yeah. Now, ideally, you'd go with an Apollo and a Geb.
Oh, hell no. You need, like, Bacchus support.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. We'll go Bacchus carry, Geb support. Be fine.
I will play Bacchus carry. Don't you fucking challenge me.
Dan, use the skin and build attack speed Bacchus and slap people with a fish.
I don't have that skin.
Well, get it.
Wait, maybe I have a skin booster left.
Oh, that'd be great, dude. Some of the animations on some of the skins are so funny.
Look, guys, I'm just saying, if I manage to pull anything off on fucking attack speed Bacchus, it'll be all over the Discord. Just saying. I will be considering myself the best carry outside of the SPL. If I can make attack speed Bacchus do anything.
Dan, I will literally do anything to get you that skin just so you do this. I swear.
Hold on, let me open Smite right now. I'm finding out.
We'll have to do this in a funsies match.
How much does this skin cost? Can we make Beagle swear?
Wow.
Ooh. All right.
Oh God, we're
if Merkin was here, he would be like all over that.
Right?
Of course he would.
Yep. I mean, that means we'll have to have Artemis support and Thanos solo. It'll be fine.
Hey, Thanos solo is meta. You heard fine okay.
Oh.
Yeah, fine okay.
Fine okay said it is fine okay.
It is fine okay. No, that's
So,
great.
I love that.
Merkin's set.
He said certain situations.
Literally all I've heard from Merkin is, this looks like a situation for Thanatos.
What?
You know, the sad part is I'm kind of willing to let it to be a little looser on that and just let him loose on it a little more often, because it's not the worst thing in the world. He's got some good CC.
If he plays it right, it's really good. I'm not gonna lie to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, we played a few games where he played that. It was actually one of our league matches. Like, he was off clearing his lane, and a team fight breaks out 5v3, and he comes in and ults and turns that fight around right as Dan got over from dual lane, and we won the fight. Like, just a sudden AoE out of the sky that stuns everybody.
And then I probably was playing Hachi, so I rode in on my big horse.
Yep. He rode in on a horse with no name.
That's right. I don't know its name.
Okay.
I think that about wraps us up for this week's episode. So what we'll do here is Shotcalls. Where can our community find you, watch you, stalk you, send you dead
fan
rats
art
in the mail?
Let me find Glacier's information real quick.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I like this.
Are you just talking about my personal information? That's
Yeah, like a Twitch, Twitter, Facebook,
Whatever information
LinkedIn,
you want to put
whatever.
out there.
Whatever
Whatever
you
you want
use
Whatever-
to talk to
whatever you
people
want
that
right
are
here.
interested.
okay. Well, I mean, if anyone wants to, keep up with me and especially the league, I'll be making regular announcements from my Twitter, and it's the same everywhere. Just follow me at Shotcalls, and you guys will find announcements from the Obey Community League. You also might see something depressing pop on your timeline, depending on my mood.
Happens.
Just kidding, just kidding.
Nothing but
Yeah,
positivity from
yeah.
your Twitter account. I see it all the
Thanks,
time.
man. I really appreciate that. We try and show love and positivity on social media. But yeah, if you want to keep up with us, follow me on Twitter at Shotcalls. Definitely keep up with the league and what Obey Alliance is doing. Follow them at Obey Alliance on Twitter and Twitch, because that's where we'll be broadcasting all of our matches live from the Obey Alliance Twitch channel. Obey,
That's hot.
yeah, Obey HQ. That's the other Twitter that we will be using. And yeah, like that's kind of where you'll be able to find us. And definitely join our Discord. And I'm sure, we'll, if you guys are down, we'll include an invite link. But we're actually in the process of getting the Discord partnered, and so I have to wait to hear back from Obey as soon as because I just transferred the server over. So once we get the Discord partnered, we'll also have a better invite link, because I'm tired of saying GQ3TTKU as the invite. But yeah, that's where you can find most of the updates regarding the Obey Community League. And yeah, that's about that from me.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure we will be fine with you putting once you whatever links you want to put in. We have a content promotion section anytime. Go ahead and drop them in.
Awesome.
Yep, and we'll pin them on up there.
Awesome.
Yeah, we will pin like bigger tournaments at the top so everyone can see that.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. And that's not all the league is offering. We do have like I said, our 10-week split, but we're really looking into doing other types of fun tournaments, like an assault tournament, or like
Don't you use the A word?
We'll get excited on this
hey,
podcast.
assault has a special place in my heart. Like
No, that's
I
our
love
game
Assault.
mode.
Our
let's
old coach-
go,
It is.
let's go.
I love Assault.
Okay,
I love
so,
assault too. Yeah.
Our coach, one of our coaches, Bashan, kind of our old coach now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He literally was like a diamond, to masters player,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I'm terrified of you all in assault. Like, that you just play like a different. You're all different in assault, and it's true.
Yeah, it's a
My
game mode
Assault-
It's a game mode
my-
we played 10,000 times.
Yeah, we
I mean-
should have been playing Conquest to get ready for this. We were playing Assault
Yeah, my Assault win rate is like my highest win rate.
for sure.
With like
Hey, that's awesome.
61%.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
61
Or at least
or so.
that's one.
Yeah.
That's on here, not on my PS4 account though.
You know what I-
On here, it's 72.
You know what I used to do with my old teams when I was a captain? I would actually like force my teammates to play arena and assault before we ever got into a scrim. And like, here's my philosophy: assault gets you out of your comfort zone. Because like, I mean, when you're playing competitive, right? You're locked into a spot. If you're a jungler, you're jungling, you're mid, and so on and so forth. But forcing your mid laner to play like a Kumba or a Sylvanas, a god that they don't play on the regular, and force them to get out of their comfort zone and play a random god and have them think about builds, and like it makes them have like a better appreciation
if their mid,
for the game.
If their mid laner gets a Sylvanas, he should just build the same as he would mid. That's the best
Yeah.
way.
Well, yeah, I guess if you want to go by that mentality, but
That would be fun.
the way I would made my teammates do it was like, hey, like step out of your comfort zone, play a different god, build like how you're supposed to build that god, and like my teammates, like they earned better appreciation for that role and for that god and how to play it, and it made them better players all around. So
I've suffered through my fair share of support, so I understand.
Suffered's being forced to play Artemis in support because it was the closest thing we had.
Yeah.
That assault
winning.
was
Hey, Artemis
something.
support frags.
Don't
We've
tell
talked
him
about-
that.
There is.
Oh my God.
We're never.
Here
We're
we
never
go.
gonna do it. But there are situations that it does work in, and one of those is the situation where I can get my trap down every time in the right spot.
I want to know who told you to say that.
I
No,
want
I
to know who
genuinely-
paid him. How
I'm
much did
talking
Yuki
to
pay
Tom.
you to say that before this started?
Who told
Yeah,
you to
for
say
real.
Dude, I can.
This
she's-
is
She's got 3 CCs.
Dude,
That's
exactly.
Guardian material.
That's literally what my old support used to do. Like when we would go into casuals, he'd just pick a random god and go, "This god actually works in support," and all of us are just like, "Oh my god, here we go again."
yeah,
he-
that's
he-
a similar
he-
experience.
Yeah, he tried making Cernanos support a thing, and then like he's the biggest troll I know. And I'm like, oh no,
Hold up,
oh no,
hold
and
up.
he's just like, listen, he has a root, all right, so he has a root. Imagine now putting Frostbound, and then when it
Oh, yes.
when it was buffed at the time,
Oh,
putting
yes.
Runeforged, it applies on his ice form.
Yeah.
He has an ultimate that slows and turns people into little pigs, and
Or fish.
I mean or fish, you know,
Or fish.
yeah, he has a root. And he has a slow and a polymorph. He is the perfect guardian. And I'm like, oh, dude. Yeah, all right, dude. And try and hit your autos too, because that's what you're used to doing too, is hitting your autos, right? Yeah. Imagine trying to slow your enemies and you can't hit an auto. Like, it couldn't be me.
So more depressing because you want him, right? He's a support, so he should be frontlining a little.
Yeah, essentially.
It procs off of his cleave autos.
Mm-hmm.
So you can technically slow anybody in a circle around you, whether you're hitting anybody or not. They just have to be in range of his AoE auto.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just walk into the enemy team, you just put on haste and katana, and you just hold down right trigger.
Oh my
Sadly,
gosh.
they can't build that, but good lord.
Can you imagine
Yeah, I
Hasten
know.
on Hunters
Could
again?
you imagine old Frostbound before Hunters got the full
The
Oh,
full
yeah.
shebang with freaking
yeah.
Ninja Tabai and Kin size buff.
Oh yeah, that's annoying, dude. Super annoying.
that would have been good.
Oh yeah.
I'm half tempted. If I'm behind, I'm more tempted to build Kins first now. Because if I'm behind, they already have more health than I'll ever have in my lifetime. So
oh boy, that
why
I don't-
just why not just? But I'm like, Xy's so much better. But like, man, they have a lot of health. I'm not
Right.
doing much with these little autos, even if with the scaling protections.
Yeah, that was like when they released them. We kind of wanted to make a hunter that could jungle, and it's like we were all like, "Oh, this is going to be a really bad idea." And
Hey,
I wish it
I
had
jungled
worked out better.
Kurnonos and went 11-4.
yeah, you're a better hunter than I am. So
If they
Well-
had the old golden bow, there would be
Oh.
hunters would be
Oh,
really good in the
no,
jungle.
let's not.
If they had
Oh.
if they had golden bow, there would be way more hunters that are viable in jungle. But sadly, no. That's all I got to
God,
say.
think of how fast Kurnos would clear with Golden Bow. You wouldn't even rush boots; you would rush Golden
Oh
Bow
my
Mhm.
god, dude, that's
because you'd be double
Golden
cleave
Bow-
autoing.
that's so
Into like
disgusting.
literally Atalanta's bow.
No, you go Golden Bow, boots,
Well, yeah.
and oboe.
There's no pen in that build. Ow.
No.
That hurts. Oh, that hurts.
Yes.
That literally hurts
Yes,
my
I
ears
know.
to hear that being said.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
It's
man.
fine. You can build Pen later.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
He's got Pen in his passive. What are you talking about?
Oh boy.
That's true. That's true. We're fighting for it now. The memes are getting stronger.
I'm so sorry, guys, for what I've unleashed. I'm really sorry. I did this to you, and I'm really sorry. I take the blame.
And then you gotta go.
Yeah.
Then you gotta go Mystical Mail and Crusher for the ultimate golden numbers.
Oh my god. Oh, good.
And Runeforge. All right, so now that we've our guest has died to our insistence, Dan, how can people get a hold of you?
Oh, wow. You can find me on the official Split Push Twitter at Split Push Podcast with no A because the name is too long. Way to go, guys. Nice name choice. I love it. You can find me on the PC, crossplay, full crossplay continent by the time you hear this, probably. Dirt Nap Dan, no X's, no anything. If you specifically see me on PS4, it'll be Dirt X Nap X Dan. That's it. Guy, how about you? How can they get a hold of you?
You can find me on Twitter at GSmitey. You can find me everywhere else at GuyAllSmitey with a little underscore at the end of it there. Here next week at the patch.
Okay.
We're just gonna
Awesome.
go to that tag there.
Beagle, how about you?
Perhaps.
You can find me on Twitter at Beagle_Girl27 or PC at BeagleGirl27. That's about it.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Alright, and
Mhm.
you can find me warming up that Artemis support for our next league match on
Oh,
Crossplay Pangea.
that's
There's
right.
a little history reference for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I did there. And you can find me on... Jesus.
No, he was way later than that.
Yo. Alright, let's not get into that. We could probably offend some people.
No
you
more
can find me
derails.
on... You can find me on Twitter at YukiGaming22 and on PlayStation. Oh, I might be able to get my username. I gotta look on that. Anyways, you can find me PlayStation at Yuki Ryukotse_Yuki and on PC at YukiGaming22. Hit us up. We like to play. If you want to meme it out, feel free. We will run the Artemis support.
We will meme and dream with you.
Oh boy.
Yes, we will.
I've run Erlong carry. I've run everything carry.
We've done Kumba mid. It's fine.
I played Kumba mid against Zeus and went 5-0 early game. Just saying. Easy.
Easy.
You
Easiest
probably
game.
traumatized that guy.
I did.
No problem.
I
Kumba
100%
jungle OP.
can tell you he has nightmares about Kumba. Alright, we need to get out of here. This is like the 4th time we tried.
You freaking probably sent him to therapy.
He was just
Alright.
so fluffy.
Well, since we're apparently all heading to therapy thanks to Dan now,
You're welcome.
we're gonna...
Oh, well,
What's up?
whoever said Artemis supports was sending me to therapy.
Oh no. It's not the
Oh,
tank we want,
jeez.
but it's the tank we have.
Oh my gosh.
I promise never in a league match. I promise.
Any other match,
And-
it's open troll though.
Yeah.
Dude, if you pull out Artemis support, I will make sure that you were on that week's broadcast. I will make sure.
All right.
I promise.
Okay, wait,
week
you
we're
heard
on
it here.
broadcast.
First game, Artemis support, we're doing it.
Yep.
I'm telling Glacier whose idea this is.
No, it's fine. We'll go Kumba mid. We'll be fine.
I'll even make Glacier cast that set. So he
He can personally rule us out.
I
the
will
entire game.
I will literally make him cast that set so he can cringe at the sight of it. And
I can hear it. He's like alive. This is my fucking team.
exactly.
I think I need. Split
I
push
can already
looking for new coach.
yeah, I can literally hear him cringing at that point in time. And then him just like not even like I'm pretty sure whoever's gonna be casting alongside of him is gonna need to do a majority of the casting because he'll probably be dumbfounded at the thought
Yeah,
of an
throwing
Artemis
up.
support.
Honestly,
Maybe throwing
he's either
up.
going to be
Exactly.
dumbfounded or breathtaking when we win.
Exactly. When
that's-
you win, that's the best mentality right there. Go into
Yeah.
every game like you're gonna win, even if you.
We will win every game. What are you
Exactly.
Hey
talking about?
guys, think about it. Look, if I pop off on Artemis support, there's a good likelihood that gets banned and frees up something else.
Exactly. See, this is the content we
We're
need.
long-term strat.
This is the
Long-term.
this is
This
the
is the
content
comp
that we're
content.
looking for right here. Is this? This is the
Oh my
content.
God.
Oh my God.
Good lord. Guys, like,
Does
I can
anybody-
see my death counter rising as we speak.
I'm just gonna DC that game.
Oh no,
Where
guys
was my
having
pill?
technical
Well, I
issues.
missed my trap, man. I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh,
All
well,
right. All right. We
as-
gotta get out of here.
as
Well, thank you
yeah,
guys.
as we tend
Settle
to,
down.
yeah, as we tend to say around here, thank you, Shotcalls, for coming on, letting us know about the Obey League.
Thank you.
We'll be around because
Obviously,
we
we'll be
signed up
playing.
for it.
I hope so.
I'm ready.
We'll be in there
Yep.
chewing ass and kicking
I
bubble
like
nuts.
it.
Hell yeah!
I like it, man.
And-
I'm excited to see you guys be there. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, definitely. It's been a
Thanks
lot of
for
fun.
coming on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
I'm back because, I at least got to do my outro, right? So, hey, when it comes to dirt naps, remember, you got to give them before you take them. And when all else fails,
We
Push.
push.